Hey, what's going on? I'm Josh Martinez inside of our Dunkin Music Lounge, New York City, with our guest, Emmy Meli.
Hi, everyone. Hi, iHeartRadio. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited. I'm Emmy Meli, and I'm going to be playing you guys some songs from my new project that actually just came out a week and a half ago, so you're some of the first people to hear it live. No more working a man on my money every day that I wake up. The sky's so sunny and I love my hips, my tits, my tummy, cause I'm holy glorious and it's just how I want it. I can tell I'm just thriving, top down on my life driving, 22 and I'm sliving. Now I got 'em all blinded by my aura, yeah. I ain't scared to show you who I am. Stacking up my karma, cause I can. Blinded by my aura, my aura. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah. This enchantment is authentic. You can't replicate or sample it. Love myself, I'm so romantic. Catch me naked, mirror dancing. Spread my joy like it's contagious. Pimp my good vibes out, I'm shameless. Call me for that elevation. I'm up, they can't take it. Blinded by my aura, yeah. I ain't scared to show you who I am. Stacking up my karma, cause I can. Blinded by my aura. Oh yeah, 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 it glows, it's bright. I'm out here blessing your eyes. It's sweet, it's nice. That's just the way that I shine. It glows, it's bright. I'm out here blessing your eyes. It's sweet, it's nice. That's just the way that you shine. I can tell I'm just thriving, top down on my life driving, 22 and I'm sliding. Now I got 'em all blinded by my aura, yeah. I ain't scared to show you who I am. Stacking up my karma, cause I can. Blinded by my aura, my aura. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop. That's just my aura, baby. That's just my aura, baby. That's just your aura. That's just your aura. That's just your aura. That's just your aura, baby. Thank you. Thank you. This next song, if you guys have ever dated a Virgo, you will relate to. And if there's Virgos in the room, I'm so sorry. Please don't take it personally. I'm a Sagittarius, so we all have our thing. But if you've dated a Virgo, you will really like this song. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit, I think I had a breakthrough. Drinking whiskey all up in this break room. My bed sliding down a wall, thinking, why hasn't he called? Holy shit, I think I had a breakthrough. Thought we were in love, but actually I hate you. They told me never date a Virgo, cause they're impossible to please. He did me dirty from the get-go, but then he brought me to my knees. And I'm like, oh my God, need to stop. Boy, you're messing up my mood. Now you're fucking with you. He had me back and forth, rolling like the thunder. Am I the one? shit, I think I had a breakthrough. Drinking whiskey all up in this break room. I've been sliding down a wall thinking, why hasn't he gone? Holy shit, I think I had a breakthrough. Thought we were in love, but actually I hate you, assault you. I'm better off without you. Should've known, never date a Virgo. Should've never date a Virgo. I tried to turn a square into a circle. They tried to tell me he always been a weirdo. Had me back and forth, rolling like the thunder. Am I the one he loved to make me wonder? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do tonight? Oh yeah, baby. Why do I even try? Oh yeah, baby. Holy shit, I think I had a breakthrough. Drinking whiskey all up in this break room. I've been sliding down a wall thinking, why hasn't he called? Holy shit, I think I had a breakthrough. Thought we were in love, but actually I hate you, assault you. I'm better off without you. Thank you. Okay, I only have one more song for you. Ignore that, so sorry. It's called I Am Woman, and some of you might know it. It's actually the reason I get to be here in front of you guys today, and for that I'm really, really grateful. And every time I play it, I like to start with a little message to my crowd. Right now I'm on tour, so typically I encourage any creatives in the crowd to, begin to pursue their dream, because I think this song serves as a reminder that anything is possible if you truly believe in yourself and you live every day with kindness and integrity and hard work. That's what this song means to me. So I'm happy to get to play it today. This is I Am Woman. be fine. I'm unbeatable, I'm creative, honey. You can't get in line. I am feminine, I am masculine, I am anything I want. I can teach ya, I can love ya if you got it going on. If you got it, got it, got it. Got it going on. Got it going on. If you got it going on. Got it going on. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Brandon.
One more time, let's show some love to Emmy Meli. First things first, because I got beef with you, dog.
What?
I'm a Virgo.
I put like a little warning. I said it's, no offense.
Historically speaking, when you say no offense or with all due respect, you about to spit in my face.
With peace and love.
Yeah.
No Virgos for me.
So
goodness.
what happened with that douche?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's nothing personal towards him anymore. Like, we're all on good terms. It's all fine and good. It's just when we were writing the song, the co-writer asked me, what's the worst sign you've ever dated? And considering that's the guy that cheated on me, I had to say Virgo. But it's okay because now I'm here.
Good point.
Yeah.
Now he knows about the song. What was his first time hearing it? Do you know what his opinion
No
is?
idea.
Okay.
I heard that he doesn't listen to my music for obvious reasons.
Because he's a hater.
No.
He's a bitch.
No.
That's why.
I'm trying to keep it very respectful and classy right now. So
I'm not classy.
I don't.
He's a hater, dog.
No, I actually did run into him not too long ago, and he congratulated me on everything and was very nice.
That was nice of him.
Yeah.
And you said your sign was a...
I'm a Sagittarius, so we're not perfect either. Look, people have beef with Sagittarius like crazy. I saw someone say that there should be a post-Sagittarius support group.
So my ex-fiance was a Sagittarius.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
So I'm literally
There
just
you
in the
go.
back cringing hard as you're performing that song.
Oh.
So your writing process, you mentioned that you were
Yeah.
kind of, for this particular song, that you were with a writer who asked you a specific question.
Yes.
Do you find yourself needing to kind of ask yourself these type of questions to break it down to a fine powder to get more into detail with your songwriting? Or are you very just whatever hits you in that moment, boom?
I'm very whatever hits me in that moment, boom. I like to think that I, honestly, half the time I'm not the one even coming up with the words. It's some higher force in the sky that's just kind of like, this is what the music is telling you to say. And it kind of just comes out of me. And I don't work with co-writers all the time. I would say 8 times out of 10 is just me in the room. But when I do have co-writers, it's nice to kind of refine things and bounce ideas off of each other. And it's better for organization, because sometimes if you're ruminating with your own thoughts and ideas cyclically in your head, you can't really discern what's good and what's not good. But most of the time, I don't really pre-plan my lyrics. They kind of just come out.
So let's say 30 days are in a month. How often in that 1 month do you wake up in the middle of the night with a random song or lyrics that you get on your phone and write it down or sing it?
Every single day.
Really?
My brain wakes me up at 4 a.m.
Okay.
with ideas and random melodies or titles or poems and so on and so forth. So oftentimes I'll wake up in the morning and then listen to my voice notes and either be like, how the fuck did I come up with that? Or actually, what the hell is this trash? Sometimes
Fair.
I'm
fair.
I can't even understand what I'm saying because it was 4 a.m. Or I'm like, this is some innovative dream state shit. This is great. But that's pretty much every day.
So you sound like a very creative mind, and your process is very creative. When you have writer's block and that kind of mental block, is there something that you turn to kind of reset that creative flow in your mind?
You know what? I'm actually recently discovering that it is travel. Because really recently I was actually going through a creative block that I feel like is just now ending. And it's because I'm currently on tour and I think I've had the time to just get away. I'm in the car for so many hours. I'm just reading books. I'm not on my phone. I'm seeing new places, feeling new things, getting inspired. So I really do think that travel inspires me a lot. And
a step away from technology really, really, really helps me. And learning new things inspires me too. It just changes your perspective, and perspective is a huge part of writing. So I actually feel like my writing block is currently ending as we speak.
So you mentioned being on tour. We're about midway through the tour. Boston recently, and then Montreal coming up soon, I believe, aside from tonight. Or was that vice versa?
Around. Yeah, other way around.
Whatever. I was close.
These things.
You know what? The ADHD in my brain
Hey,
just
me
kind
too.
of
It's okay.
inverts things. But was there a city on this tour that kind of surprised you with the love that you got?
Yes. Oh my God, Charlotte, North Carolina, surprised me like crazy. I was really not expecting a crowd like that, and they were so incredible. Charlotte and Montreal, although Montreal wasn't too much of a surprise because the person I'm on tour with, Alexander Stewart, told me that they're notorious for being an incredible crowd. So I was expecting that, but it definitely surpassed expectations. So Charlotte and Montreal were my two favorite crowds so far.
Now, this isn't your first tour. You've been on tour before. What makes this tour different than previous tours you've been on?
I actually feel like I'm getting to meet more people. And this tour is, it's more close-knit, and it's more intimate. You know, like last tour, I had drums and tracks, and this time I'm doing a very stripped back set. And I feel like it gives me an opportunity to really connect with people in a different way. Of course, I love doing my choreography. I love having the whole show, the whole shebang. It's so fun. But there's also something really beautiful about just getting a one-on-one time with an audience and letting your voice really cut through. And I feel I met a lot more fans this time around, a lot more.
Well, you're talking about like kind of the human connection that goes behind that. And I think that when you're stripped down, there's more emotion in the voice. Mm-hmm. There's less happening to distract you from as a consumer from feeling what you're putting out.
Yes.
And on that note, you know, the I Am Woman song kind of blew up and changed your life.
Yeah.
You were a barista. When did you realize I'm done making coffee, I'm going into this like full steam, full-time career?
Well, I was kind of doing both at the same time. There was a period of time that I was doing both. So I was a golf cart beverage girl at a golf course.
Now, real quick, can you confirm that the more rich you are, the shittier tipper you are?
Oh my God, yes, of course.
Thank you.
Of course, 100%, 100%. I used to have to be like, no one's tipping today. It's really sad.
And then there goes...
And they'd be like, wait, really? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, it's just a slow day. And they're like, here. Thank you.
By the way, I hate how good you are with that. I sat here like, yo, where's my wallet? I just put it down. I feel bad.
You'd feel so bad, especially because I like to think I'm very nice. I'd be like, thank you so much, guys. Like, have a good one. And they're like, oh, did I tip you? And I'd be like, no, it's okay. Like, no one's really tipping today.
She changes her voice, too. I noticed that.
It's customer service voice. Come on.
Oh, that's true. It wasn't until right now that I realized apparently that voice is, I'm more open-minded to helping out if it's that high pitch. So anyway, back to
yes, I'm so sorry.
The question at hand.
Yes, so I was doing both for a while. And actually when my song took off, I was in the midst of working at a golf course. And I would use my tip money because, I mean, you could assume one would make pretty good tips being the beverage cart girl. Everyone wants to get some beers while they golf. So I would use those tips to pay for like rehearsal time at a rehearsal studio in North Hollywood. And then we would just kind of play local gigs around LA. So I was kind of full steaming it for a while and just like putting music out by myself and figuring it out as I went. At the time, I think I had like 300 monthly listeners. And then when I Am Woman took off, there was a chunk of time where I just continued to work there because I didn't know what was going to happen. You know, I couldn't just quit my job on a whim. And then when I finally realized, I kind of got a team in place. I got a lawyer and so on and so forth. I was like, okay, I think I can really do this. And I actually quit my job over email on a Tuesday, like 2 hours before I came into work. And I think I just emailed him and was like, I'm so sorry. I won't be putting 2 weeks in. My music career is actually taking off, so I won't be coming back. Thanks for all of the opportunities, though, or something like that. And I think he responded like, good luck. And that was it. And then I popped some champagne.
I love that.
I know. It was pretty fun. It was pretty good. It was
I
fun.
love that. Someone was like, yeah, like, don't encourage. That's actually really bad energy to like, send out. That's really unprofessional. Don't do that. It worked out for her.
Don't do that. The thing is, I've only ever put 2 weeks in. I've always been a very respectful employee, always put my 2 weeks in. But in that regard, I was like, I'm not going back to work.
So Meghan Markle had a podcast, and I believe your song was used.
Yes.
When you find that out, that quite literally the biggest person on the planet at that point is using your song, how do you find out and what's your initial reaction?
Well, I obviously found out through my publisher and my lawyer because she wrote me a thank you letter.
Megan did?
She did, yeah. I actually still don't have it in my possession. My lawyer is like keeping it safe just because when I get a place of my own, I want to frame it. It's an important thing. And
at first,
knowing
I was like,
me,
that
I
is
would lose
terrible.
it. I would lose it.
Okay.
So
Self-awareness
it's good
is
that
important.
I try.
Okay.
I really try. And so, first of all, I don't think it sunk in actually how big of a deal it was until I sat and had some quiet time. Because mind you, things were moving so fast at that point in time that I would sit there and look at the wall and be like, is this actually happening? Or am I living in a fever dream? And so I think it took a second for it to really register in my mind, especially because I'm such a, I'm a frequent London goer and I make music there a lot. And so it was kind of like a serendipitous moment for me. And she's also just such an inspirational person in general. She's an incredible human being. And her letter meant a lot. So I think the only word I could use to describe that experience would be surreal. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I expected it. Because that was like one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. So surreal. Definitely.
So after your song takes off and it's used in TikToks all around the world and Instagram Reels, is there a particular person that like reached out to you via DM or acknowledged your song where you were like, holy shit?
Oh my God, so many actually. First of all, Ashley Graham used it and kind of, I think if I'm not wrong, she's the one that kind of started the trend because she was pregnant and then she used my song to like post her pregnancy belly. And it kind of took off. That was crazy. She mentioned me in her story a couple weeks ago too, and I was like, I think she actually likes my music. That's crazy. And then SZA followed me, which was equally as insane because I've been a SZA fan since I was like 16 years old, before she even put out Control. And Bishop Briggs is another one. She did like a cover of my song, which was great. Like I was getting a lot of recognition, which was insane. I was actually in New York when I found out that SZA followed me, and I wasn't even the one that saw it. One of my friends, it was the last time I was here, one of my friends called me and was like, you bitch, why didn't you tell us that SZA follows you? And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, check your following list, hello. And I screamed on the street, like I literally screamed on the street.
Which in New York City, we hear that all the time.
No,
so
I'm like,
nobody
no
looked
one,
at you.
no
Yeah,
one
no.
even batted an eye. They were
Yeah.
like, "Loo-doo-doo," but I screamed. I was like, it was insane. So a lot of people actually showed that song some recognition. I don't think I could just pick one because these are all people I've looked up to for a long time. Christina Aguilera just recently used it, like years after the fact.
So touring right now. What can we expect from you kind of well into the summer, fall, and for the rest of 2024?
More music. More music.
Okay.
And more live shows.
So are we planning like our own tour? Like, do we want to do our own little headline thing?
I mean, that kind of stuff you can't ever really predict too far ahead because it kind of just depends on the motion of the ocean, you know?
Of course.
But I would love to go on my own tour. I think I definitely have some pretty good experience in my pocket to make something like that happen if it was the right time for it, for sure. That's definitely the goal. But first things first, definitely more music and at least some headline shows I foresee in 2024.
I'm a firm believer that manifestation is real. Your thoughts become things. So the more we put it out there.
It's the only reason I'm sitting in front of you today is because of that.
What, did you have like a vision board or anything in particular, specifically?
Sticky notes.
Really?
So I have a giant wall. I carry them with me everywhere I go. I have a giant wall of sticky notes of everything I've ever wanted, down to like the small stuff that's totally easily accomplished, and then the huge stuff. When the sticky notes originated, I hadn't even moved out of my parents' house yet, and they grow with me, they evolve with me, the goals and so on and so forth. And actually, I get to take them down every single time I accomplish one, and it acts as a physical reminder that you actually can do whatever it is you believe you can do. It's seriously the power of the mind. To me, it makes sense because whatever you put your energy towards will multiply and come to fruition. It's just kind of like, it makes sense to my brain. Like imagine if someone asked you, oh, what do you do? But you're too nervous to say, oh, I'm a musician. So you hold back and you say, oh, I'm a barista or this and this. well, who knows? That person could have been a guitarist or a drummer or a future collaborator. So if you didn't say you were a musician, you would have never gotten to work with them. It's kind of just like the law of attraction. So I get to take those down one by one. And I remember the day that I was walking out of my bedroom to work when I lived in like a dingy little apartment in Hollywood. And I had just had my first show the night before. And one of the sticky notes I didn't even realize that was on the wall was sell out my first show, like my first gig, essentially. And it was. Like, we sold all the tickets. It was completely sold out. And that was, like, the first time I really got to take, like, a music sticky note off the wall. And I still have them in, like, a little bag. So
That's what I was going to ask you next. Do you crumble them up, throw them out, or do you
no,
keep
those
them?
are precious, precious, precious.
I love that. See, like I said, I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer that, like, the more you see it, the more likely it is to
Yeah.
become. So I believe in, like, vision boards and stuff like that. For me personally, I put notes on the alarms on my phone.
Yeah, oh, that's smart. That's
Yeah,
really
so
smart.
that anytime there's an alarm going off,
Yeah.
I almost missed a flight one time because instead of putting, like, leave the house by 9, it was still like, I will work for WWE. And I'm like, not knowing why this is going off. Yeah, good times. Before we wrap things up, we are in the Dunkin Music Lounge here in New York City. If you had the chance to sit at a Dunkin for 1 hour with any one artist, dead or alive, who would you kick it with?
Amy Winehouse.
Really?
I would kick it with Amy.
So you're that big of a fan?
Of course.
No, well, okay, excuse me.
Come on.
I think the Back to Black is incredible.
Of course.
Now, here's my question as a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited or worried about the movie that's coming out?
Worried. Worried.
Fair. I respect that. Now, what is it about it exactly? That it's going to depict her in a certain way, or that it just won't be good?
I suppose I'm a bit of like a protective fan about
Okay.
how people tell her story. And I think that sometimes the media has a really interesting way of portraying artists that have struggled with mental health or drug addiction and so on and so forth. And I would hate to see her truth, you know, be messed with, or at least portrayed in a negative light.
So, fun little fact about Amy Winehouse. Did you know that she was a diehard wrestling fan?
I didn't know that, actually.
See, that's
So
what
I'm a
here to
fake
do.
fan, I guess. Yeah.
No, you don't have to be a fake fan. This is just your sign to start watching wrestling.
You know, I actually am trying to join either like a boxing gym or a wrestling gym. I'm exploring like new forms of working out right now.
I
So
love that.
maybe I'll get into wrestling.
Boxing is incredible.
Yeah, I've
By
heard
the way.
people love boxing. So I might
Especially if you
try
go to the
that.
right gym.
Yeah.
It'll literally a full body workout in a span of like 40 minutes of activity. So I highly, between either that is like will really make you sweat, or being under these lights for another 3 fucking minutes, which now we're
I
going
was
to
just
wrap
about
up.
to say enough.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Yeah, we're done here. It's hot. One more time, Emmy, Meli, ladies and gentlemen.